people mean that as a compliment, but I honestly, I don't think I've ever talked to a grieving person who feels like it's a compliment, right? Because what it says is exactly as you said, like what you're saying is that you don't see me. My response to this is going to be something that I've said a lot here. There are people who are worth telling the truth or some part of the truth. And there are some people who are just like, thanks, have a nice day. Right. So not everybody is going to deserve or merit what I'm about to say. I love what you just said as you were sharing that. Like, when you tell me that I'm doing so well, I know you mean that as a compliment, and I really appreciate that sentiment. You don't see me the other 99% of the time when I am in a lot of pain, when I go to point something out to him and he's not there, right? I think you can say that to some people, not everybody, right? Because not everybody deserves it. But I think, if there are people in your life who either you see a lot, so you hear that a lot and you want to stop it, right? Or there are people in your life who you care about the relationship and they mean well, and they've just absorbed the wrong way to do it, right? I think it is absolutely reasonable and adult and well skilled to say, I know you mean that in the nicest possible way, but you don't see me the rest of the day, and you don't see how much effort it takes to come out here and put in the effort. Right. So when you tell me that you see me doing so well right now, that just reminds me how alone I am most of the time. That makes a doorway, that makes an entryway for a different conversation. And how somebody responds gives you a lot of information. If you say that really well-skilled, grown-up communicative thing, and somebody says, well, that's dumb. You're doing well all the time. If you're doing well now, you can be doing well at home. Then you're like, good to know. Thanks so much. Have a great day. Right? They just gave you the information that they can't have that conversation with you. So they're not worth the attempt, right? They might come back with, oh, I'm so sorry. I really don't know what to say, or I wish it wasn't like that for you, right? So the people who are willing to be awkward might take that opening into a deeper connection. Because what I want for you is fewer of those interactions that make you feel unseen, and more of a sense of companionship in the entire reality of this life for you right now, not just your performance moments. Doesn't mean that somebody's going to be there on the couch with you. It doesn't mean that somebody's going to give you their guest room so that you don't have to be alone in the king size bed. But those intimate at home moments where his absence is so present, to not have quite so many people who don't know that that part of you exists would be really nice. Like, look how well you're doing. Like, you're up, you're dressed, you brushed your teeth, you put on clean clothes, right? Like, woo, we don't have to worry about you anymore. And so sometimes that is an abdication or an abandonment of the post, right? Like, I don't have to worry about you anymore. I don't have to ask about you. I don't have to do anything. So, I mean, if you feel like that's something that somebody is doing, maybe they get a thanks so much. It's not really accurate, but I appreciate the sentiment. Yeah. Bye-bye, put on my hat, leave, go, whatever. That's what I mean when I say that some people aren't worth the grown-up conversation, right? If they haven't shown up for you, if they just keep insisting on cheering you up or moving you on or remember the good times or whatever. I mean, why do you have to do all the educating to make sure you're getting the right support? You don't always have to take on that role, right? I also know that the temptation can be sort of scorched earth, right? No one gets me, therefore I will say nothing to anybody, which is a valid approach. I have done it myself. And not everybody deserves the scorched earth policy. You just have to put some discernment in there to find which ones are worth it.